Welcome everyone. It is 6 a.m. on the dot, and today an exciting day for our proud military town. We appreciate you being with us. I'm Evan Irani in for Eric Connert.
And I'm Netta Iranpour. Time now is 6 o'clock in the morning, and so many excited families right now. Thousands of military families are waiting to welcome home their loved ones after a long deployment. CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol joining us live at NAS North Island to let us know what the latest is, when they'll be coming. This is so exciting for them.
Well, good morning, Evan and Netta. We are expecting a lot of hugs and kisses, welcome home signs after a 7-month deployment. We were here in January to say goodbye to those sailors, and now 5,000 of them with the average age of 21 years old will be making their way back to Coronado around 8 a.m. this morning. So here's a little bit of a background on what they've been up to. The USS Abraham Lincoln, it's an aircraft carrier. They've spent time in the Western Pacific, where it had the chance to drill and perform a variety of exercises with both Japan and the Philippines. I do want to remind you that this was a routine and scheduled deployment. It conducted the world's largest international maritime exercise and training around the Hawaiian Islands and Southern California. Now, this deployment made history as Captain Amy Bauernschmidt became the first woman to command a U.S. aircraft carrier. I spoke to her yesterday as they were making their way back to Coronado.
I think the future of women in the United States Navy is bright. There are always challenges with, with each and every individual, not just women. We can do just about anything we have for a long time. One of the reasons I'm in this job is because in 1994, they lifted combat exclusion as part of the National Defense Authorization Act. So in a lot of ways, women have been serving in the Navy for longer than other services in just about any job. And that is the reason that I am here right now.
And Captain Bauernschmidt said they have such an accomplished and talented group of soldiers. They were very proud of everything that they did during this deployment, excited about bringing them back home this morning. If you're planning on traveling to Coronado, do expect traffic because around 8 a.m., that's when we expect those sailors back here. We are excited to be speaking with those families as those hugs and welcome signs are shown. So I'm Dana Marie McNichol coming to you live from Coronado.
All right, Dana Marie, thank you very much. We want to turn now to the latest regarding monkeypox. If you're interested in learning more about the disease, the county is going to be holding a virtual town hall that's taking place today. Yeah,
you can ask questions. This event will be a moderated conversation, and they'll cover the risks, education efforts, prevention methods, and treatment options. That virtual town hall is starting at 6 p.m. You can find out how to register on our website at cbs8.com. Just click on the help button there. And this morning, UC San Diego researchers, they're monitoring our wastewater to detect monkeypox. It's the same method they've been using to predict COVID-19 case surges for over a year now. The wastewater helps determine the future cases that we'll see. Right now, there are about 113 confirmed and probable monkeypox cases in San Diego County and over 10,000 throughout the U.S. That's according to the CDC. UC San Diego researchers say they hope to use our wastewater samples to better understand when cases will peak and when they're trending down.
A San Diego man who tested positive for monkeypox tells us his experience has been incredibly painful. We want to warn you, we're about to show you some of those images of the monkeypox lesions. Manny Soltero says that he's not sure where he contracted the virus. He started feeling flu-like symptoms in late July. After he noticed a lesion, he tested positive with an at-home kit. He says the disease made it uncomfortable to do tasks like showering or even just laying down to go to bed.
It looks like your body's trying to push out these bumps, but they're not going at the speed you want them to, so they're just kind of just there, and they're just swollen, they sting, they're painful.
Soltero says that he drove all the way up to LA to get an experimental treatment called T-Pox, but says that so far his symptoms haven't gone away. And a woman in Georgia is going viral on TikTok for sharing her candid experience with monkeypox. She's also trying to dispel the myth that only gay men are getting it.
A lot of men are being targeted for this virus, and I'm here to tell you again that SCX is not the only way you can contract this virus.
Now, she thinks that she got it at work. She's a cashier at a gas station. The head of infectious diseases at UC San Diego says that anyone can get monkeypox, and it's mostly commonly spread through direct contact. If you've been exposed to monkeypox, don't wait for symptoms. You should see a doctor first and get that test immediately.
And now an update this morning on a former Granite Hills high school teacher who's facing charges of sexual misconduct with a minor. Gerald Lopez has pleaded not guilty. He's the Grossmont Union High School District. The district rather says that he was placed on unpaid leave when these allegations first surfaced in June. Lopez taught English and coached sports at Granite Hills. He no longer works for the district. If convicted of all charges, he faces 5 years in prison. Today, we're expecting an update on the repair efforts after a major sewage spill from Tijuana that's been flowing our way. A major sewer line burst during repairs more than a week ago, something we've been covering, and it caused millions of gallons of sewage to flow right into Imperial Beach and the Silver Strand. Local and federal officials are touring the site of the sewer line failure now, and we also expect updates on any short and long-term solutions to this ongoing issue here in our region.
And this just in, producer prices fell in July for the first time in 2 years. You're looking at the numbers here. The producer price index, which measures inflation before it reaches consumers, decreased 0.5% over a month. However, it still increased 9.8% from 1 year ago. Food prices are also still very high. That cost of groceries, that soared 13% in a year. That's the largest annual increase since March of 1979, and that includes a 38% price jump just for eggs. Several factors have contributed to these rising prices. That includes higher costs for fuel and labor, bird flu in the U.S., a drought in Brazil, and of course the war in Ukraine.
For these bags, I would pay just maybe $50, but now it's just $80. And yeah, you don't buy much, but you pay more.
Yeah, you can definitely feel it when you're buying the same number of goods and paying more each time you go. Here are some tips that we have for you to save. You can make a list before you shop. Swap out those name brands for generics. Buy essentials in bulk. Purchase organic foods selectively and shop the freezer section. It can be helpful. By the way, you won't save money eating out. That cost is up 7.6% just from last year. Coming up, we're going to be taking a look at how local restaurants are coping with those higher costs as well.
And CBS 8, we are working for you to help save lives. We are very proud to team up with the San Diego Blood Bank and with Palomar Health for a blood drive happening this morning. So just one donation could save up to 3 lives. You're encouraged to donate regularly.
Regular blood donation is what's so important. We always say it's the blood already on the shelves that's been collected and tested and processed. That's the stuff that saves the lives. We're asking people to donate regularly. Don't wait till there's an emergency. It's not just those one-time trauma victims. I mean, there are people that use blood on a regular basis. We have a young girl that we work with. Her name is Ella, and she gets blood transfusions every 3 weeks, and she will have to for the rest of her life because she has a rare form of anemia.
Yeah, think about Ella and think about all the other people who rely on your blood to literally survive. Today's blood drive is happening from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Palomar Medical Center. So that's in Escondido. We have all the information you need on our website. Just go to cbs8.com/community. And Evan, I know you and I always try to roll up our sleeves, do our part. So yeah, it's I find it enjoyable.
We really do. That's the thing. You know what we do is it's a reason for us at work to be able to get out of the building together, go to Liberty Station, for example. You can go to the Gateway Center. They have so many places to do it, and then we just reward ourselves after
with a nice meal.
Yeah, exactly.
Food never tasted better after a blood donation.
It's true. It really is true. It tastes different after you donated blood, and it's so easy to do. You just sit there for half hour or so, 45 minutes maybe, and you are saving 3 lives in the process. So again, more info on our website, cbs8.com/community. Here's what we got for the next 12 hours. Clouds are with us this morning. They're going to start to break apart. Temperatures are expected to hit highs warmer than they were yesterday. Yesterday's high was 85 in San Diego. Today we could be going for 86 in downtown. Walking out the door right now, we are in the 60s and 70s. These temperatures are pretty warm overnight, so we've been talking about how we're not really getting much relief overnight. El Cajon, for example, hey, you're hanging out at 71. Your overnight lows are in that range, low 70s. 69 in Carlsbad, 66 in Escondido. So most spots on the map are still dealing dealing with some pretty warm overnight lows. That view from Mount Soledad has been gorgeous, though. Dense layer of clouds down toward the base. Drier and quieter for today over the mountains and deserts. We don't have that risk of thunderstorms. Higher humidity is not going to be in the forecast for today. However, we do see an uptick in humidity and a return to monsoonal moisture as we head into your weekend. All good things must come to an end. We know a lot of people have been complaining about how long this monsoonal weather seems to last, and it has been very humid out there, but it doesn't look like we're out of the woods quite yet. We're going to see that pick up again as we go into tomorrow. It'll last through the weekend and then toward the middle of next week. Another opportunity for showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. West Coast so far, it's not populating here, but we have been seeing that our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook points to temperatures across the West Coast being warmer than average. So that means that going into the next couple weeks, that could be the case. Across the national map, we've got 80s on the screen there. Vegas is at 81, Phoenix at 84. Forecast highs for the afternoon, 77 in PB, 82 in San Diego, 81 in Coronado. As far as traffic goes, we do want to take you to a crash that just popped up. It looks like it is on the 163 right-hand shoulder right now, is blocked on the 163 right as you get on. This is right by the 5. Also just saw another crash pop up, so I want to take you just farther south. It looks like this one is closer to about the Chula Vista area. We'll pull this up right now, 805 southbound. There is a crash with 2 lanes blocked right now. This is near the H Street exit. 2 lanes blocked can cause some congestion pretty quickly, so we'll keep you updated if we see any congestion there on those southbound lanes, but we do know that CHP is responding right now. Netta?